All right, let's see what we get. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, 7. Crap. Oh, well, no big deal. I need to get ready for the LFC anyways. Let's get this cleaned up. Man, what a nice roll. It's a pretty decent start. I know I got to... Hey, guys. I'm so sorry. I was just finishing up a practice roll, getting set up for our LFC. The guys are over there. Look... Welcome in, everybody, here on a Tuesday night. Got some LFC going on. I got Crapsee pulled up for those who are wanting to join us in Crapsee. I got the code. It is F7S4A4. I've also popped it in the comments for anybody that wants to jump in and join us. Right now, I'm playing solo, which gives me a great opportunity to work out through my kinks and all the things that I've been struggling with as the past month or so, but we're here to have some fun. I don't have it set up here tonight. I had a lot of delays last week, so I'm just going to go ahead and start off and apologize for our downtime that we had last week. Had a couple things pop up, including a full-on room renovation. If you're on my Discord community, I posted some photos on there. I'm in the process of getting my camera set up in the studio so that I can kind of show off this beautiful setting. Needless to say, it did turn out really well, and I'm pretty darn excited. I got some lights, got the room all painted, got some glow effects underneath the craps table. It's a blast. Had a lot of fun doing it. It was a long weekend, but we did blast through it. But needless to say, we're not talking about room renovations. We're talking about playing some craps. And so we're going to play some crapless craps tonight. Again, if you want to join us, the code is F7S4A4. So please jump on in to the Crapsee. It is under the group codes where we'll be having a live code here soon, or we'll be moving into the live section hopefully here soon. We're in the process of getting all of that set up as we move forward. So needless to say, let's get started. We're going to play some crapless craps tonight. We're starting off $1,500 bankroll. I figured we'll just go unlimited rebuys tonight. Max is $5,000 bet minimum. We're going $15 minimum. Just kind of let everybody ease in as we get started. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bets in here on Crapsee. And I'm going to go 110 on the inside just to kind of get things going. Let me remove that. And I'm going to go on the 6 and 8. And I'm also going to go 5-10-5 on the bonuses and throw a quarter on the pass line. And we'll get started. Dice are moving, and we are coming out. All right, so for my come out roll, I'm going to start off with a 4-5-4-5. Just kind of get a feel. See how the dice are tossing. Here's our first throw. On the come out. Oh, come on. 4-2-6. Okay, we'll take the 4-2-6. All right, so that is going to set our point at a 6. With the dice there so you can see them. Let me get my, mark my 6, because we did roll that. And let's see here. I'm going to go with 50 on the pass line odds. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to target my points right away. I do not want to mess around. If I buckshot a point, we are okay with that because we're still going to get repeaters that way, but needless to say, just not as nicely as we would like. Right. Let's go 3-5-3-1. We are looking for a 6. That is our point. A 2-3-5. All right. We'll mark the 5. Let me bring these dice over so that you guys can see it. And let's get everybody paid. That was a 2-3-5. Like it. And let's see here. I'm just going to press up my 5 by a quarter. And let's move some dice. Hopefully, you all had a good week last week. Like I said, I had a lot of things going on here, dealing with house projects and also renovating this room. Got a lot of really fun things coming up for me personally. So I'll talk to you guys about that here in just a few minutes. Let's see if we can't bang this 6 out right here. 3, 1, 4. Oh, you can't join tonight. Crapsee has a new version and it has a few bugs that I have notified them on. So I can't join you tonight. Well, Skill, please do join us in spirit. Chat away till your heart's content. We just hit a 314. All right. So let's mark that 4. Let's show that 4 off. There it is. I don't think I'm going to expand out. I think I'll just leave it. So I've got a quarter on 9, 50 on 5, 30 on 6 and 8. Let's do another roll. Slide our dice down. I'm sorry about that, Skill. I knew they just released the new version today, so I knew there was probably going to be a few people who were going to have some hiccups, but I did not want to miss out on playing some craps tonight. All right, point is 6. Here's our next toss. Oh, that's a pretty throw. Ooh, pretty short. 6-1. I guess that's what I get for throwing extremely short. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Well, we're just going to do it again. We'll repeat. We will just go 110 on the inside, 5, 10, 5 on the bonus, 25 on the pass. And let's give her another toss. Man, I don't know what happened on that. It's not like I'm weak tossing it. It just stuck. All right, here we go. Some dice over. I do appreciate you popping in and saying hello there, Skill. I think I'm going to go with a 3, 5, 6, 4 when this come out. I seem to have better luck with this as opposed to a hard way set. There we go. 5, 6 yo. We'll take a yo. Let's mark that yo. Actually, it was a 6, 5 yo. Okay. That sets our point at 11. So I'm just going to put, I'm going to stay with 50 on the pass line odds just because I'm going to stay consistent on my pass line odds. All right, so our point is 11. It's not a bad point for us. In order to get to an 11, for me, I like to use the 3, 5, 3, 1 dice set. Because 3s and yos are also mixed in there. All right, here we go. That's a 1, 2, 3. I told you it was in there, didn't I? All right, so we'll mark that 3. I'm not sure if it's affecting only mobile devices, but that's what I use. Good luck tonight. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know why. Whoops, I forgot to hit ready. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why Crapsee has isn't quite allowing that, but I do apologize. All right, let's mark that 1, 2, 3. All right, sorry I didn't get that out before I threw it, but needless to say, we're there. All right, so let's grab these dice. There is our 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Now I'm ready. Dice are moving. Dice are out. 3, 5, 3, 1. That is a 314. Perfect. All right. No worries there. I still don't make anything, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to add anything to the field. We're just going to continue playing it like this. I'm going to be patient. Okay. Dice are moving. There's our 3-1 that we had. We're going to stay with that 3-5. 3-1. Come on, excuse me. Yo. We're looking for a yo. That's a 4-1-5. We'll take a 5. Mark that. 4-1-5. All right, so I'm just going to pop that up to 50. We'll leave it just like that. Grab our dice. All right, getting some movement. Let's continue this good movement forward. See if we can't hit another number. I'd like to ultimately get out of this hand. The last one didn't quite make it, but that's okay. 3-5, 3-1. Our point is a yo 11. That's a hard 8. We like it. That is a primary hit, too. Okay, so we'll just bump that up now to, let's say, 60. Yeah, that's our second good hit. All right, let's move the dice. There's our beautiful heart 8. Square pair. Okay, 3-5, 3-1. Three, 5, 8. That's a repeater. Hey, we'll take that. From a hard 8 to an easy 8. Let's show off those dice. And there we are. Awesome. So let's see here. That's now 105, 140. I'm going to regress back down to 110 on the inside. And we are out of the hand. Let's move forward. Yay. Still working with that point of 11. And now we can start expanding out and upward. Cinco dos. Hey, but we got out of the hand, so that was good progress. So I'm not completely bent out of shape on that one. Although I would like to have made a little bit more. I was playing the bonuses and the pass line and stuff like that, so that kind of bit me. But we're going to continue moving forward. I think I'm going to up it to 220 on the inside. And the reason I'm going to do that is hopes possibly getting out faster, right? Okay, I'm not going to play the ATS. I'm just going to put a $25 pass line, 220 on the inside. Let's reset our dice tracker up here and roll again. Our puck is off, so I'll just set it right there. All righty. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try a 4-5-5-1 on the dice set, just for a come out. This is the time that I typically will play around with different dice sets that I've been working on, just to see how it reacts. Aces. Whoop whoop. Okay, well that's our point. We got one of the hard ones out of the way. I was not expecting that. Still going to put 50 on the pass line odds. We're going to stay consistent on our approach. And so since we got aces, I'm going to change my dice set to a little bit of one that I don't use very often. And that's going to be a 6, 4, 6, 5. Here we go. Five, 1, 6. That's a mixer. 5, 1, 6. We'll take that 6th. Mark it. Let's show these pearly whites off. There we go. And let's see here. Oh, I was working that. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, because we'd already had our point established. Yeah, that makes sense. All righty. We will just continue rolling. 6, 5, 6, 4. As long as we get a nice, easy toss and keep those dice rotating together, it shouldn't be a problem. 6, 4, 6, 5. Here we are. Five, 3, 8, or 3, 5, 8. We'll take that. We'll mark our 6 and 8. Almost forgot to mark that. There we go. I knew I was missing something. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a 4 and a 10 for a quarter each, and a 3 and a yo for a quarter each, because I didn't do any presses on those first 2 hits, and I got paid 70 each. So I've got $40 in the rack from the first couple of throws. Slide our dice down. Let's roll again. All right. Making progress. 6, 4, 6, 5. Give it another toss. That's a 4, 1, 5. 1, 4, 5 horse and buggy. All right, so that pays us 70. So I'm just going to collect that. No pressure. I'm just going to sit and collect. I'm about $100, $150 away after spreading that out a little bit to recoup and be set. Let's see. Hold on. That doesn't sound right. 70 times 3 is 210. And I started with 220. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost out. Okay. Yeah. Like $60 because of the pass line. There is a. Oh, why did I move that to a 6? It's supposed to be on the 2. There it is. 6, 4, 6, 5. Here we go. That is a 6, 4. Easy 10. Nice. Let's mark that 10. Show off those dice. There we are. Let's see. So far, we've gotten a 6, 8, 5, 10. I forgot to mark the 5. That's what it was. And of course, the point of 2. Okay. Everything looks good. So that was my last hit. I am officially out of the hand. So now let's go ahead. We're just going to leave everything where it is. And now we can start pressing. Everything is covered except for our 2 and 12. And that's okay. Let's start building. Dice are out. 6, 4, 6, 5. Here we are. Looking for a 2. That is our point. That'll be a massive hit if we can get this. Aces. Hard 8. We'll take a hard 8. Okay, now we're going to do just quarter presses. So I'll add $30 to the 8. Let me show off those dice. Although I know you can see them, but I'll still bring them into the bigger camera. There's our hard 8 square pair. And let's move some dice. All right. I'm not going to change my dice set. It's working well for us. I've got a nice, good toss. It's even. It's rotating well. I'm not going to flub it up. 6-4, 6-5. Looking for aces for the point. Here we are. 3-2-5. We'll take it. That's a fever. All right, I'm just going to add a quarter to that 5. And very simple, just quarter presses the entire time. I'll probably do a quarter press on each number as I go until I reach the $100 level. And then I might start jumping it up at $50 a piece per hit. And then if that hits all the way up to $30, then I'll start pressing it at $100 at a time. Just kind of my philosophy on how I'm doing this. All right, here we go. 6-4, 6-5. Here's our next toss. 4-5-9. That's a neener. All right, same thing. Just add a quarter and keep moving. Dice are moving. That was a 9. I want to make sure I mark that. So we need a yo, a 12, a 3, and a 4 for the all. Slider dice down. Oh, I hope you all had a good day. I'll tell you what, the weather here in the Midwest has been absolutely positively bonkers. We had snow yesterday, a little bit today, and tomorrow it's supposed to be darn near mid-60s. 3-2-5. So yeah, that's our life. How are you all doing today? All right, so that's $100. We had 75. Okay, now my 5 is reaching a $100 level. So on the next hit, what I'll do is I'll probably take it from 100 to 150 that I got to hit. That's once I hit it. All right, here we go. It's hard to follow without seeing chips. Okay, hey, that's not a problem. That's what these are here for, right? I'll just mimic what I have on the screen here currently. That way you can all see. All right, so currently what I have, I've got a quarter on the yo and the 3. No, and I can't see because the dice are up. Let me have my roll, and then I'll sync everything up for you guys so that you can see. Because I want you guys to be able to follow at home if you're not able to join Crapsee. And for those who can't join, I apologize. I know that there was an update that came out, and so there's still a couple things that are being kind of cleared up. But we'll get it back on track, I promise. Hey, what's up, E.B. Wood? Good to see you, sir. Here we are. We've got a point of 2. 6-4, 6-5. 5-6 yo. We'll take the yo. That's a nice hit for us. Now, with that being, I had a quarter on there, so it paid me 74 because of the VIG. I'm just going to go ahead and just take it up the quarter, just 1 quarter at a time. We'll take it nice and easy. For those who can join in on Crapsee, please feel free to do so. The code for Crapsee, it is F7S4A4, and that's it. That will be in the group tag. So, oh, you're in Crapsee. Okay, awesome. Okay, 5-6 yo. We just nailed that yo. So let's show off those dice. 1 pip short of all dice. Now, I did promise I would get my table to look like what I have on the board. So let's do that right now. I got 100 on the 5. I've got 60 and 90. So there's 60 and 90 and 60. And then my 9 is at a 75, 25. And then my yo is at 50. I've got 25 on the pass and $50 on the pass line odds. There we go. That's where we're at. Let's continue forward. So I'll work them both. Are you on a computer or phone? I'm on my computer. I don't know about BB Wood, but I personally am on my computer. All right, here we go. We got a 6465 looking for aces of all numbers. Here we go. Come on. A 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was so close. Hey, we'll take it though. All right, I'm just gonna bump my 3 up to $50 now. So that paid me 74. I'm not gonna work up the payouts. I'm just gonna keep mirroring what I have on Crapsee. So my 3 is now up to $50. I've got a $172 profit on this particular shoot. I've already reset, so we're already set to go there. Let's move some dice and shoot again. Oh, let me mark my 3 so that everybody at home can see. If you're not on the ATS, you can see it right here. There is the 1, 2, 3. That was so close. All right, let's try again. That's half the fun, right? That is a 6, 4, 6, 5 dice set that I'm using. For our next toss. Oh, there we go. Come on. Hard 6, we'll take it. All right. So I'm going to take my 6 from, it's currently at 60, right? Yes. So I'm going to take my 6 and take it up to 90. Again, just taking it $25 increases. We're up $242 currently on this roll. There's my 3, 3 hard 6. Not going to put the hard ways in because I think I've only had 1 or 2. So, oh, well, there you go. He hasn't updated the new Crapsee update yet. All right, here we go. Dice are moving. We're looking for aces. 6, 4, 6, 5. Dice are out. Let's get those aces. Let's go to the titty bar. Here we go. Oh. I thought it was going to be a 6, 6. It is a 6, 3, 9. Awesome. I had 75 on that, so I'm just going to take my 9 now up to $100. Boop. Because I just got paid 105 on that. We'll add that there, and there we go. So this is where I'm currently at. I got 50 on the 3, 25 on the 4, 100. I've got 90, 90, 100, 25, and 50. Got a quarter on my pass line, $50 on the pass line odds. And as you can see, we're a 4 and a 12 away. I didn't play it this time because the first roll didn't work out so well, but that's okay. That's okay. We just want to keep hitting repeaters. 6, 4, 6, 5. Here we go. Looking for aces. Can you hit the backwards? Say the, sir, can you hit the back wall? Yeah. Okay, there you go. There's the back wall with a hard 6. All right, I'm just going to jump that 6 up to 90. So now my 6, okay, the 6 was at 60, so I just bumped it up to 6. Oh, I did it here, but I didn't do it there. All right, now this is correct. I apologize. It's a Tuesday. Hi, everybody. All right, dice are moving. Oh, no, that 3 has been hit. Let's take it down. Let's stay on that 6, 4, 6, 5. I'm having fun with it. Is that better, BB? 4-1. 5, they say. There we go. That 5 just paid us 140. So I'm going to take it up to 150 now. Just put 50 bucks on it. Boop. Hopefully that you can see that okay there. Skill. There's my 4-1. I'm just going to go ahead and slide those down. Still looking for aces. And dice are moving. Okay, 6-4 and a 6-5, please. Looking for aces, 4 or midnight. One, two, three again. Gosh dang it. I'm really trying, guys. I really am trying. But hey, I just got paid 148. I'm going to add another quarter to that 3. Oh, gosh darn it. All right. Add a quarter to the 3. So now I have 75 on my 3. And again, nothing, no major presses right now, just because of the simple fact that we're still trying to recoup from the previous throw. Looks better, thank you. Now you have to get the results you want. That is very true. But, I mean, we're getting good movement, so we'll just keep going with it. All right, here we go. Setting up a 6-4, 6-5. Waiting for the dice man to say dice out. There we go. Here we go. Dice out. Two, 4, 6. We'll take it. All right, so my 6 was at 90. I'm going to go ahead and take it up to 120. Leave it right there. And, whoops, come on, there we go. So currently 75 on the 3, 25, 100, 120, 90, 150, 25, 50. And because of how we played on the last roll, this is where I'm going to reset. I'm going to go with $50 across, $60 on the 6 and 8. And then, so that gives me $240 right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull, no, wait. No, this is what I'll do. I'll take the $100, break it down, put 50 on the 2, 50 on the 12, and I'm going to put $140 into my rack. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Hey, what is up, Arnell? Welcome in, sir. So we're going to go $50 all across. And we got that, still that $50 on the pass line. That puts us at $595 in total play. I've made $13.60 on this roll, so that's a good point to reset. There's my 2-4. Light them down. Let's roll again. Hey Arnell, if you want to jump in on Crapsee, you are more than welcome to. The code, it is F7S4A4, just for your point of reference. 6-4, 6-5, looking for aces. That's a 1, 2, 3 again. And yes, I know, BV, I did not hit the back wall. I will do it next time. Get off my case. All right, so now that I've already reset twice, I'm well out of the hand. I'm just going to double my 3. We're just going to go from 50 to 100. Move forward. All right, let's take that 1 off. There's my 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Dice are moving. All right. We're going to stay with that same dice set. It's working for us. There's no sense in flipping it around. 6, 4, 6, 5. 2, 6, easy 8. We'll take it. Now I'll just take my 8 from 60 and I'm just going to make it 120. Why not? That was on an 8. And let's move some dice. Here we go. Dice are moving. There is your 2, 6. Yep. F7, S4, A4. Thank you, Skill. Appreciate you. 6, 4, 6, 5. Let him fly. 1, 3, 4. All right, my 4, I'm just going to take it and jump it up to 100 as well. Might as well. 4 goes up to 100. Boop. Dice are moving. You know, I'm going to tell you guys one thing I really love and appreciate about Crapsee. I can actually see how much I've made versus how much I have out at the table just by looking at the board. I wish we had something like that at the casino, just as another point of validation to where you are so you don't get lost. All right, here we go. 6, 4, 6, 5, looking for aces or any good number. 2, 3, 5. We'll take that. That's going to pay us 70. I'm just going to jump it up to 50, or jump it up 50 more and make it 100. So I'll grab that. Put my 5 at 100. Let's show off those pearly whites. 2, 3. And dice are moving. Oh, wait. Let's see. Just now I got out of the hand. I jumped on roll 11 and keep the numbers coming. Awesome. Nicely done, BB. All right, here we go. Dice are moving. Arnell, if you're still on with me, I'm just going to let you know I'm working on my cameras tonight. I'm going to try to show off my room moving forward once I get everything situated. So hopefully I'll be able to show it off in tomorrow's stream. 6, 4, 6, 5. Here's our toss. That's a 3, 6, 9. All right, so that 9's going to go up to 100 now. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, that's going to go up to 100 from 50. Hey, what's up, Clint? Welcome in, sir. Greatly appreciate you hopping in and joining. If you want to join on the table, Scale just posted the table code. It's under group F7S4A4. Dice are moving. But thanks for joining us here, Clint. I greatly appreciate you popping in. Oh, hopefully you didn't freeze up there. I know it got pretty dicey down here. Get it? Dicey, playing. Okay, never mind. I'll stop. Come on. 5, 2. Okay. That's okay. We made $961 on that roll. We're back in the positive on the day. Awesome. Well, that was a nice throw. Let me clear off the table here. And I'll just continue doing the chips for you skills since you're not able to join us. That way, I want you to have a visual. Let's see, we're fine. Got about 13 inches less than, wow. What type of toothpaste are you using on the dice? Well, I mean, you got to show off the pearly whites. It's that, what we could call it, enamel strengthening crest. I don't know. Whatever the kids are using. Whatever the kids are using. Hey, if anybody would like to jump in, I've sent codes out. If you do not have it, hit me up on Discord. I'll be more than happy to send you out the code if you would like to join us here on a Tuesday night. And actually, I'm not even in full screen. Let's do that. We're in full screen. All right. Point was 2. We never got to the point, but that's okay because I mean we had ourselves a nice roll, and because that we had that nice roll, and we made, how much did we make? We made $951. I'm gonna go a little bit strong on this one. I'm gonna go 50 on every number minus 2 and 12. And 50, and then of course, actually the 6 and 8 will be 60. There we go. Let me get that set up on Crapsee. Bring my 2 and 12 down. Bets are off. $25 on the pass line. Let's throw some dice. Snowing again tonight, but it's above freezing the rest of the week. Thank goodness. I know that snow is horrible. I do know that, what did they say? Tomorrow here locally, I'm supposed to be like 65 degrees or something insane like that. I don't know. It's crazy. This weather has just been absolute bananas. 6-4, 6-5. Actually, hold on. No, we're on the come out. Let's go 4-5-5-1. My Crapsee ready? Nope. Let me get it. Dice are moving. Here we go. I'm gonna go with a 4-5-5-1. I'd love to get a 9 right here, but we'll see. That is a 3-1-4. Oh, 56 tomorrow there. Nice. Point is 4. So I'm going to put, this time I'm going to go with $100 on the pass line odd. Typically, when I go like the first couple rolls, I won't even do like pass line odds, or I'll do it really low. But my rule is, for me personally, I like to go double of what my lowest bet is. So that's $50, $100 right there on the pass. But that's when I've really got things going. I won't do that all the time because there's no sense of throwing money away until you've been able to build it up and get yourself in the position to be able to afford to do that. All right, dice are moving. Oops. And boop. So what was our point? 4. I forgot to mark that. There we are. Let's throw some dice. For a 4, I'm going to go with a 3-5-1-5. Now, I have to personally be very careful with this dice set. For some reason, I chuck 7s in batches with this dice set, so I'm going to be very careful. Just throw nice and easy and even. 6-5. Yo! There we go. I feel better. All right, so that paid me $148. I'm just going to add a quarter to the yo. Mark our yo. Oh, and the 4. Forgot the 4. There we go. And no, I'm not playing the ATS. There's our 6-5. All right, let's move some dice. Still going to stay with the same dice set. I'm going to chase the points, 3-5-1-5. So that'll force me to change my dice sets as I'm throwing. Five, 2. Damn. All right. That happens. I got, I wanted to go a little bigger that time, and it just didn't work. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a iron cross with a quarter on the field and a quarter on the pass. So let's reset this. Get it to look like what I'm doing. Oops, I'll go like that. that's what we have. 90, 90, 75, quarter, quarter on the field. Right? There we are. Slide the dice down. I cannot tell you guys how much better this room is on my eyes now that I painted this. Oh, I'm so grateful for that. Here we go. On the come out. Let's go 4, 5, 1. Six, 3, 9. That's a good number for us. Pays us a quarter on the field, so the 9 is right there. So with the 9, with this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put it on the number that it hits as I hit, and then just use the field to help build up and press. All right, still not playing the HS either. 6, 3, Neener. Let's throw it down. Now, for a 9s and 5s, I typically throw a 3, 5, 6, 4. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I need to push the button before I throw. Don't forget about that. Thanks for moving. All right, here we go. 9 is our points. 3, 5, 6, 4. Here's our toss. 4, 2, 6. Okay. So that 6 is going to pay us 105. So there is 105. I'm going to take a quarter for this. And then I'm going to raise the 6th by $30, make it 120, rack the 50. Yeah? I don't mind doing that. And dice are moving. Cover our 6. There we are. Looking for a 9. Let's go 3, 5, 6, 4. Hard 8. We'll take a hard 8. So that's going to take our 8 up to 120, and I'll just rack the rest of it, and of course minus the quarter for the field. There's our hard 8. Let me get Crapsee squared away now. Just do the same thing. That way people can see here at home. All right. So I've got 75 on the 5, 120 on the 6 and 8, and a quarter on the 9. I also got a quarter on the field. Let's move some dice. I don't have anything on the pass line odds either, just so you guys know. Here we are, 3, 5, 6, 4. A 6, 4, easy 10. Okay, so that's a quarter. I'm now up to 10, so I'm going to come regress. And go quarters across minus the 2 and 12 with a $25 pass line. So that puts me at $235 that I now have out on the table. And I'm also going to put a quarterback on the field. So I've regressed. I am out of the hand. Feeling good. Let's throw some dice. Still nothing on the pass line odds. I'm going to leave it alone. Mark my 10. Don't want to forget about that. Oh, and I did have an 8 as well. There we go. 6, 8, 9, 10 is what we've hit so far. See, we're looking for a 9, 6, 5, 3, 5, 6, 4. Here's our toss. Hard 4, 2-2. Oh, I forgot. Oh, dang it, you guys get a free one. So I'm just going to take my 4. I'm going to jump it up to 50. Again, just quarter presses. Don't want to do anything too fancy with that. So there's my hard 4. Plus, I also get a quarter off the field, so that's always nice. And I'm just going to leave everything the same. So my 4 and my, what else did I push up? I pushed something else. No, the 4 was the first number that I pushed up after the reset. Okay. So the 4 is the only one that's heavy. Let's move some dice. Dice are moving. Got the button push this time. Oh, where'd my stick go? There it is. I'm starting to see a few more hard ways come through, so that's kind of nice. I might consider throwing in some hard way bets here. 3, 5, 6, 4. One, 4, 5. Horse and buggy. 4, 1, 5. And let's see here. So I'll just take my 5 up to 50. Oh, I don't have this field anymore. I don't know why that's sitting there. I'm sorry, guys. That should not be sitting there. I forgot that I'd removed that. All right. Dice are moving. Mark our 5. Slide them down. 3, 5, 6, 4. Let's go looking for a 9. 3, 1, 4. Take it again. Just gonna press it up a quarter. So I've got 50 on it. We'll just jump it up to 75. Once we get to the $100 level, I'll start pressing a little more on each number. All right, still got a quarter on my pass line odds. I'm going to go ahead and put $50 there now for odds. Let's move some dice. Here we are. 3, 5, 6, 4 is what I'm going to use. That is a 4, 6, 10. And we'll just take that 10 and we'll jump it up to 50. There we are. Let's mark our, I already had the 10 marked. All right, so we're good there. Let's show off those pearlies. There you are, folks. 6, 4, 10. Dice are moving. Oh, why is that? That's supposed to have 50 on it at 5. There we go. Now we're good. So let's show you where we're at. I got a quarter on the yo, 9, 30 on the 6 and 8, and a quarter on the 3. The 10 and the 5 are at 50. My 4 is at $75. Nothing on the pass, or 25 on the pass, 50 on the pass line odds, and we have nothing on the ATS. 3, 5, 6, 4. Okay, there we go. There we are. There we go. Come on, 9. Four, 3. All right, so I made looks like $56. I'm still up on the day, $370. No rebuys thus far, so that's been pretty nice. And I think for this roll, I'm going to go just straight quarters across. Well, 30 on the 6 and 8. And I mean quarters completely across with a $25 pass line. So I'm going to go in for $285. So let's set that up so you guys can see it, what I'm doing. Yeah, those are right. There we go. That's what I'm coming in with with a $25 pass line, we'll put $50 for the pass line odds. I still don't think I'm going to buy into the bonus just yet, although I feel like I'm throwing better. Not quite yet. Yeah, I know. Be careful now. But, I mean, I've been showing the propensity to have some longer runs. Now, watch this one be like a PSO. That would be my luck, wouldn't it? Even if I was to lose this 285 on a PSO, I still am up $370. So, I mean, I'm not pushing too hard. I'm just using the profits that I've earned on those last two rolls. Okay, here we go. 4551. See what we can do with this. That's a 459. All right. We'll mark our point of 9. I'm going to put $50 here on my pass line odds. And let's move some dice. And we'll mark my 9 here on the tracker. Still not playing the ATS. I don't want to do that just yet. Not quite that confident. Not yet. 3, 5, 6, 4. Looking for a 9. That's a 4-1 horse and buggy. What are you sweating about, Clint? All right, I'll just take that 5 and I'm going to jump it up to 50 after that hit. Just quarter presses. 5 there. Let's show off these dice. There's the 4-1. Did you have dinner with Mom tonight, Clint? Hope she's doing well. Let's move some dice now. Get another throw in. oh, I got you. You're all in. 3, 5, 6, 4. Here we go. Four, 2, 6. That's an easy 6. Okay. Just going to take my 6, jump it up to 60. Mark our 6. Show off the 6. And let's move some dice. Let's see here. Do I want to make any other changes? No. I'm moving. Same dice set. 3, 5, 6, 4. That's a 6-5 yo. And on Crapless, that is a good hit. So I'll just take my yo up to 50. Mark our yo. There we are. And let's see here. Oh, somebody just chimed in here on Discord. Hold on one second. Okay. No worries. And let's move some dice. We're still looking for a 9. 3, 5, 6, 4. That's a 4-3. Dang it! Supper was good. She made enough to feed an army. Doesn't Mom always do that, though? I mean, that's Mom. All right, so we kind of took a little hit there, down 236 on that roll, still up 134 on the day. So I'm going to go back to the iron cross method and see if we can't build up some traction that way. So I'm getting set up for 90 on the 6 and 8, 75 on the 5, a quarter on the pass. So let's set that up. 5, 6, 8. Need a couple more red there and there. This is how it looks currently for me. And I'll probably add 50 on the pass line odds for this roll. But needless to say, I'm going to work this come out, just so you guys know. And I'm adding 5, 10, 5 to the bonus this round. 5, 10, 5 on the ATS. Let me mark that up here on the board so you all can see it. 5, 10, 5. All right, dice are moving. Drum roll. Thanks. Four, 1, 5. About as best we could hope for on that. So I'm going to take that 5. I'm only going to raise it up to 100. My quarter will remain on the field, so I'll pay for that. Just a slight little press. And we're on the come out. 5 was hit. That's our point. Let's roll. Three, 5, 6, 4. Six, 5, yo. So that'll just allow me to put that quarter right there on the yo. I know it doesn't fall in line with anything, but I'm just going to hit what, or cover what hits from the field bet right there. Slide those down. And let's continue rolling. We're on a little bit of a movement forward, even though it's only a second roll. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with this. So we'll go 3, 5, 6, 4. For some reason, this is like one of my favorite dice sets, too. Six, 5, yo again. That's a nice hit. So that's going to pay us 74 here, plus another quarter there. So, I mean, that almost made us $100. I'm going to push that yo up to $50 now. And that's all I'm going to change, leaving everything else alone. Dice are moving. Okay. Let's go 3, 5, 6, 4. Here we go. One, 3, 4. I had a little twist on that throw. We'll straighten it out. Okay, so I'm just going to put that $25 right onto the 4. Let's mark the 4. Oh, I forgot to mark the yo, even though we hit it twice. There's our 1, 3. And let's see here. Dice are moving. Oh, okay. 3, 5, 6, 4. Looking for a 5. 369. There we go. That felt good. So I'll just put that quarter right on the 9 that I picked up from the field. Mark our 9 here. Let's show that off as well. I don't know if you guys can see that 3 right there very well. So I'll bring it out of the corner. I guess you can. Now I see it on my TV. All right, dice are moving. All right, 3, 5, 6, 4. Here we are. Six one. I knew it. I knew that was coming. I was sitting there thinking, man, I should regress. No, I got this. No, I don't got this. All right, I'm back down on the day, negative $62. That's all I'm down currently. All right, so let's regress down a little bit. Let's just go with a 110 on the inside. Quarter on the pass, nothing on the ATS. We're going to stay off of that. This is what we're going to do for all you at home. Yeah, leave that there. This is how we look. 110 on the inside, not working to come out, not working the ATS, nothing. Just going straight 110 on the inside. Play the short game, hope for the long roll. Yep, no, absolutely. Don't you like it when you luckily miss hitting that ready button? All right, bets are off. Dice are moving. Let's see what we can get. 4, 5, 5, 1 is what I'm going to use for my come out roll. Six, 3, 9. All right. So that is a 9. We're not going to make any changes. I'm just going to leave it at 110 on the inside, 20 on the 25 on the pass. I will add $50 here to my pass line odds. And that's where we'll stop. We'll mark our 9 here. Here we are. 9's the point. Oh, I got to mark the 9 so you guys can see it at home. Here we are. 9 is our point. 3, 5, 6, 4. Here we go. 3, 2, 5. We'll just push the 5 up to 50. So with that paying us 35, I just add a quarter onto it, make it 50. Stop right there. Mark the 5, bring in the pearlies. There they are. And we'll slide them down. And dice are moving. Three, 5, 6, 4. 4, 1, 5. No point made since I know, right, BB? What did I get? A 3, 2, 5? Is that no 4, 1, 5? I'm trying to get the 9. I'm trying. There's the 4, 1. All right, so that was a 5. I'm going to now take my 5 up to 75. And let's move our dice. I'm trying. I really am, BB. Dice are moving. Let's see if we can't hit that point. 3, 5, 6, 4. Hard 6. We'll take that. And I'm just going to make my 6 now 60. So I've got 75 on the 5, 60, 30, and a quarter. There's our hard 6. All right, I'll just roll numbers. Dice are moving. 3, 5, 6, 4. Four, 5, 9. Hey, there's the point. All right, we're good. Wiener 9. All right, so I'm gonna get paid. What is it? 75 back here, a quarter here, 35 here. So I'll make 9. Actually, what I'll do is just that. I'm gonna regress down to 160 across, quarter on the pass. I'm out of the hand. So let's set that up here. And 30 on the 6 and 25 on the pass line. So I'm in from 185. I've got 275 made on the hand, 90 bucks up. Let's go. Slide our dice down. Coming out. Thanks for the claps, Clint. All right, here we go. I'm going to go 4, 5, 5, 1 for the come out roll. Hey, that's fine. That's the perfect time for a come out. 7. Okay, dice are moving. Reset these numbers up here. 4, 5, 5, 1. Oh, nice throw. 5, 6, yo. There's our point. $50 now on the pass line odds. And let's go. Dice are moving. Let's go. So our point being 11, I'm going to go 3, 5, 3, 1 now. Four, 5, 9. We'll take that. I'll just take the 9 up to 50 and stop. Dice are moving. I really should stick a quarter on the 3 after this roll, just because of this dice set. I know what it gives. 3, 5, 3, 1. Oh, wow. That just stuck. There was no bounce. I'm sorry, guys. 2, 6, 8. Wow, that was a weird throw. We'll make 860 and stop. I can already hear BB. Hit the back wall, please, sir. Sir. Okay, okay. I'm on it. I'm on it. 8. Dice are moving. Oh, I forgot to put a quarter on the 3. We'll do that on the next throw. 3, 5, 3, 1. Six, 1. Ah, damn. Okay. Well, that was a bummer of a throw. And to be honest with you, I'm down, but not very much. So I'm doing okay as far as staying controlled with my bets and not going crazy. I'm down 117, and I'll tell you why. That come out 7 that we had on that last roll. For some reason, my bets were active on the place numbers. I lost all my place numbers by 1. I lost 110, so that kind of hurt. But again, that's the nature of the game, right? So I'm just going to go. I'm going to set it up for 110 on the inside, $25 on the pass line. Let's see if we can't make some things happen. Toss the dice down. Hey, nice toss. And dice are moving. Come on. I gotta get my stuff in line here. Let's grab 2 fresh dice. I'm gonna go with these frosted dice. I like these dice. These are some Craps Nation dice that I was fortunate enough to receive from Mr. Clint. Thank you, by the way, Mr. Clint. I'm gonna go with a 5-4, 5-4 on this come out. That's a hard 10. There we go. Let's go. I'm going to put $50 on the pass line odds. Oh, there's a 10, 50 on the hard, or on the pass line odds. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put a nickel on a hard 10 and a hard 4. Why not? Let's be daring. Dice are moving. I'm going to put that nickel on here so you guys could see. Hard 4, hard 10. Slide our dice down. No, that was a good throw too. Still await ATS for payment. Live ATS, that is. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that comment, but okay. 3, 5, 1, 5. Here's our next throw. That's a 1, 5, 6. Oh, I got you. Okay, so we'll put make the 660 now for that 6, since it paid us 35, you know. There we go. Live ATS. Are you wanting me to hit the ATS for the dice? Is that what you're saying? I can't quite tell about his vagary there. All right, let's grab some dice. Dice are moving. Point is 10, 3, 5, 1, 5. Oh, live. All right. 3, 5, 1, 5. Come on, 10. Four, 5, 9. Okay. Let's take the 9 up to 50. Just little steps, little steps. Would love to hit a repeater. That way we can get out of the hand a little bit faster. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that 9 off. And I'm going to hop inside easies. 3241, 4251, 5463, 5362. Inside easies. 5 through 9. Grab our dice. I'll put them into Crapsee. In case you guys want to see what I'm doing. Dice up. Our point is a 10. 3, 5, 1, 5. Here we go. Five, 6, yo. So I did not get those hops. Dang it. All right, that's fine. So let's remove those. Let's try again. Dice are moving. Three, 5, 1, 5. Yeah, I did. Oh, that was a good throw. Aces. How about that? We'll take it. I like it. See if we can't bring those in nice and easy. There we go. Oh, I flipped it over. It was aces, I promise. Oh, you could see it before it flipped over. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. All right, let's move some dice. Point is 10. 3, 5, 1, 5. Come on, 10. 5, 2. Dang it. Okay, so that knocked me down to a negative 338 on the day. Still got 1138 on the shoot. However, I don't know if I'm going to continue. This would probably be about the time that I would pause, go get a drink, relax, reassess. Do I want to come back on the table? Do I want to go take a bigger break and whatnot? And that above everything else, guys, is probably one of the more important things when it comes to playing craps. If you're kind of up and down and not really making any headway, and the table seems not quite choppy, but just not enough to grab on, go take a break. Go get a drink. Go play a slot for 5 minutes. Do something. Just get away from it for a couple of minutes, and essentially, yeah, you'll eventually work your way back to the table and try it again. But I digress. Guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who has joined me here this evening. I am going to be participating with our Nails LFC tomorrow night. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, I have redone my entire craps room. I'm working on camera angles currently so that I can show it off. We'll see if we can't get there. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us here. Be sure to check us out over on our Nails channel tomorrow night for LFC. Coffee and Craps will be back on Sunday morning, and we will also join Trey Sunday evening in playing some more some more live fantasy craps here. Oh, holy cow, Clint, why didn't you say something sooner? No, you're not in backstage. Yeah, I didn't see anybody there. But anyways, guys, thank you very much. I hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow night over on our Nails channel. Until then, guys, have a fantastic night, and we shall see you next time.